Hey guys, it's Gina. I have another layout. I'm using a Prima background paper. I'm going to cut that branding strip off. And this die cut there I created in Silhouette Studio. And I got the idea because I was taking the tags out of a cut apart sheet, and unfortunately the color of the background where those tags were punched out of was not in a color that I wanted to use, so I decided I need to make my own. So I went into Silhouette. This is something I do not do. Typically I'm like, Shelly, make this for me. But this time I just went ahead and did it. So I did that because my thought was, when I took those tags out and I saw how it looked, the negative spaces, I really thought about using that in a way that I could have all of these little openings on a layout where the little openings are like windows to the background paper, and then you could like this is not rocket science or anything like earth shattering, but each of those little portions of the page could be embellished in their own way, or and you've seen a couple of my videos. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of these small embellishments that I have collected in that drawer, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to pull a bunch of them out and use them. And honestly, this whole layout started, I had the idea with the tags, and then I had those October afternoon chipboard buttons that you saw in the very beginning of the video, and I thought that I would use a ton of them on this layout and get rid of those, and it turns out I think I used two or three. So it didn't quite work out the way I had planned, but I absolutely love this layout as it moves its way from now until completion. This is a photo of my niece. It was taken in Georgia when we were down there to visit. She is absolutely adorable. I love her, and I am posting this video for her birthday month. So I don't think she watches, but if she does, happy birthday, honey. I will talk to you soon. So she's in Georgia. That's a bit of, it's a burlap kind of, it's almost like a canvas, like a canvas feel to it, that fabric that I put in the back there. And then I just did my paper layers as usual, and I love this bold yellow in that ribbon. That's an old Amy Tangerine, I believe, supply. And there's those chipboard buttons that I thought I was going to use a ton of them on this layout, and I end up not. So I really liked the word lovely in this chipboard pack. I believe they're from, who made those? Crate Paper, maybe? Something like that. But I really loved the way, and I loved all the colors, because I thought, if the title has all this multitude of color in it, then, I could go crazy in the rest of it. So I'm going to pull out a flower because I feel like it needs a flower, and I'm going to actually end up using that. I do actually end up using the yellow one that I had on there to begin with. I was just looking to see if I had something better. But here is where all of those small little leftovers I have in that drawer come into play, because you'll see me here. I'm just going to pull a bunch of them out, and I'm going to work on just filling in all of these individual little squares, and I'm going to overlap some of the clusters with overlap them a bit, and put things in different places, and pull out a bunch of supplies. I pulled out a ton of these chipboard sheets that I have and have had forever. That one I've had so long that I can't even get it open anymore. I'm going to put that little piece of chipboard down there underneath the photo. And basically it's just if I knew how to add music to this instead of talking your ear off, I'm going to learn how to do that. But I would just put music on at this point if I knew how. I would just put music on at this point and just let you watch the process, because there's really nothing earth-shattering here. Or I could probably just skip to the end, and and here's how it started, and here's how it ends. But basically it's just, playing around with what you think looks good on the page. There's those buttons. I don't use very many of them. But I am absolutely in love with this sort of layout that I made here. It still has its layers of paper, so that's good, but it doesn't have just like 3 embellishment clusters or something like that. I just really like being able to look at each of those spaces individually and also together, but and having places to stick all these little embellishments down, and embellishments that, you know, I've had around for a long time, but for whatever reason they haven't found their way onto a layout. And I have another picture of her from this same day, and she's wearing that gorgeous jean jacket, and I have embellishments that are jean, you know, and I'm so going to do another layout with her in this photo because the embellishments go so well with this. So I put that camera there. Here's some arrows I'm adding. Gonna put that date up there. I'm just looking at for a marker here that I wanted to use to put the date. And I wanted to use it like a yellow, but yellow wasn't going to show up. So I ended up using this sort of soft orange up there for the date. The date was March 21st of this year, of 2016. And then here are a couple, the 2 buttons and that flag on that burlap kind of goldish ribbon there came on it, and I just added that aqua resin flower and then the little chipboard phrase there in that pink that says "Oh so happy." I added that smile. I put those 2 little birds up there on the upper, almost to the right hand corner. So I put those 2 little birds up there because I thought they were cute. It's basically just putting a bunch of cute stuff on a piece of paper, just stuff that reminds me, you know, and talks about, you know, how cute I think she is. So what else we got going on here? I don't use that felt butterfly because I use that on another layout. And then I pulled out, those are planner icon things from the Planner Society, but I don't think I end up using, unless I do think, yeah, I used that pink flower that came in there. And I think that was it from that set. But there's some butterflies they're actually iron appliques, these butterflies you see right there. And that's what I mean. Like, it's just one of the things that I love about scrapbooking the most, I think, is that it doesn't matter what art form that you enjoy. You can incorporate it into scrapbooking. You like to sew, you can sew on scrapbook pages. You like to knit, you can make flowers. Crochet, you can make flowers. All of it to put, you know, on a scrapbook page. All of the painting and the mixed media stuff, and just all of that. That's what I love about scrapbooking. You're not, I mean, I like to do other things, you know, like crafty things. This is my love, though. Scrapbooking is my love, but I like that you can dabble in all of these different you know, all of these different crafts and still have it all lead back to capturing your memories, and I think that's awesome. So I'm playing with some string here because I'm having some thoughts about the fact that I don't want those buttons to just look like, I'm not going to sit there and sew them on. That's just not me. I mean, it does look better when you do it, I know, but I'm lazy, so that's not going to happen. And this layout took long enough as it was because it was just a lot of playing around with where to put all those embellishments. So I just took some twine. I think that's embroiderer's thread, actually, and I just put that underneath, you know, and put that through the buttons. And I'm just off probably right now looking for more things because I don't have as many things on my desk to use as I thought I would. Or I went to get glue. Okay. Maybe I went to get glue. All of my adhesive is, I don't know what's happening there. The glue went crazy. Yeah, something bad happened there. So, I don't know what's going on. Anyway. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Ha, this is funny. I know what I'm doing. I have one of those fine tip liner bottles, and I was putting glue in it. That's what see, there you go. That's what I was doing. And I just wanted, I tied that string in a bow in that button, and I just wanted to put a little dab of glue on there to hold that knot in place in case I didn't get it strong enough when I put it down. So now, again, just back to it. I love that fine liner bottle, though. If you don't have one of them, you need to get one of them. I love them. They're great. Actually, I have an extra one. So you know what we're going to do? I'm going to post this layout on October 26th. So if you've watched it this far, I'm going to offer you something. If you don't have one of those fine liner bottles and you would like one, if you just let me know in the comments below that you would like one, or send me an email with your address, and I will send you one. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe I have 5 extra ones in my closet, so that's what I'll do. I'll send 5 commenters or 5 people who send me their address in my email. I will send them the fine liner bottles. So, because I love them. I think they're great. And so if you want one, leave me a comment below. And that's what we'll do. Leave me a comment below if you want one of those fine liner bottles. And the first 5 people who comment and say they want one of the bottles, I will send it out to you. So that's what we'll do. Because I have them sitting and I want to empty this room anyway. So there's going to be a lot of stuff I'm getting rid of. So I'm not sure how to do it though. Yeah. But that's something I'm thinking about. Like I want to de-stash, and I don't want the stuff to go to waste. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm doing about that. But right now I'm back to just embellishing this layout. But the fine liner bottles for glue are absolutely great if you want to do, you know, fine detailing work with your glue and you don't want, you know, the glue to seep out everywhere and stuff. They're great. So leave me a comment, and the first 5 people who mention the fine liner bottles I'll send them off to you in the mail. So now I'm just going through, I have a whole drawer of word stickers. Like those, do you guys remember those jelly bean? There's some right there on the left-hand side, those jelly bean soup word, phrase, label stickers. I bought, I know, every one of them that came out. They were like 97 cents or something through 2Ps. And I bought every time they came out with one. And now, guess what? They're all sitting in my stash. Oh my gosh. I need to start scrapbooking at the same rate that I shop. Do any of us do that? I know there are a couple of people on YouTube that do, and whew, my hat's off to you. Because I feel like it's a combined hobby, shopping and scrapbooking. It's the same, right? So just finishing this up now, adding more pieces to it, and that's basically what the rest of this video is. I'm going to try to entertain you until the end, but basically that's all it is. I'm adding that resin camera is from Freckled Fawn. I'll let you know the stuff that I do remember. I know that resin camera is from Freckled Fawn. It came in a Freckled Fawn kit. I don't get Freckled Fawn kits anymore. Back to the no spending thing. I think I've mentioned that in every video I've done this month. I'm just happy to be back into doing videos. You know what I mean? I've been scrapbooking, but I haven't been doing videos. And I don't know why. Because I really do enjoy it. The whole process, you know, making the videos, doing the voiceovers is probably my favorite part. But anyway, so we're almost done here. Just a couple of small little things. There's that odd gap right where I put that button where my hand is now. There was that odd gap there, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, but I needed to, you know, fill it in somehow. So that's what I'm playing with here. I decided I was going to use that larger chipboard button in that spot, and this is actually not in the order of how it's going to stay now either, because now it's looking a little too neatly diagonal for me. So yeah, I'm going to change that button out. That yellow button that you see underneath that bird, I'm going to change that out in a second as soon as I come back. That yellow button doesn't stay there. I move that somewhere else. Although I don't see it on my layout now at all. Anyway, what am I playing with? Oh, I'm trying to tie a knot. You guys know I cannot tie a knot. Like, I don't know what is wrong with me, but I'm threading. I'm not even tying a knot here. I'm threading through the eyes of the button, the holes in the button. And because I had already stuck the button down on the paper and I had exposed the adhesive on the back, getting that that thread to go through there was not an easy thing. So I'm just looking around what else I'm going to add, and I moved that yellow button and I added that little plus sign. I turned it so it was an X to kind of like indicate like kisses. And so this is it. Here are your close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys next time. Take care. Bye.